Reynolds off the start as we go on board the Coke and Tools 997. Jody Vincent in the third position. That's Jono Lester just up ahead in the Blackwoods Pikel's car.
And Daniel Gaunt, the early advantage in the Beef and Lamb car.
Oh, Reynolds, big run down the outside.
Makes the move stick. Oh, he's running a little bit wide, but I think that's enough to stay in front of Pedersen.
So a big move there from Dave Reynolds.
Craig Baird already up to fourth place, right on the tail of Jody Vincent.
As Daniel Gaunt leads up over the top of Ford Mountain, he will lead at the end of the first lap, chased by Lester and Vincent.
Vincent with some pressure coming on him. Craig Baird's really starting to get on his tail and hassle him as he wants to jump up to third.
And there wouldn't be a more intimidating sight in your rearview mirror than Craig Baird on a charge.
Don't forget though, Jamie, when Beardo's having a look up the inside there, it's getting pretty close, but this is home track for Jody Vincent, so he's done 1 million laps around here in all sorts of cars.
On board with Vincent, chasing down Lester, aware that Craig Baird's right underneath his rear wing.
He's got a little run here, and Jono's spraying with dirt. Oh,
I was going to say, predictably, they're running down the inside. Just to the right side of Vincent's car there, it just looked like a little bit of haze, and you can see that down into the hairpin.
So already he's run a little bit wide there. It looks like something's coming off one of the radiators in the car, maybe. We know how vulnerable these cars are in the front end.
Oh, Bairdo around the outside of the left-hander. Vincent's wounded at the moment. And was it those stones maybe flicked up from Jono Lester running down the inside of the back straight, because it didn't seem to be any contact anywhere?
Quite possible, Jamie, because as soon as you saw those stones, next thing, there was coolant coming out of his car.
On-board shot there with Jody Vincent, so he's slipping back here. That's David Reynolds in behind him in the Placemaker's Karcher car. Another wisp of water by the looks of it, just from the right front.
He's still racing hard though, and definitely not giving up, but it's pretty clear there's something coming off that Coke and Tools GT3.
Watch for David Reynolds to maybe appear to the right. Not at the moment. Vincent just running narrow. No, Reynolds is a little bit further back. So down at the hairpin it is Daniel Gaunt, Jono Lester and Craig Baird.
And Lester now with some pressure on Daniel Gaunt too, so this is really a tough battle for the top three at the moment.
Jono had a good start to the weekend. He was quickest in the second of the practice sessions on Thursday here at Pukekohe. Just struggled a little bit in qualifying, didn't get the lap that he really wanted, but he's been there or thereabouts with the top guns throughout the weekend. The Blackwoods Pikel's number 51.
So you've got a two-time Toyota racing champion in here. Craig Baird, a multiple New Zealand GT3 Cup and Australian GT3 Cup Challenge winner, all in that front bunch.
Back on board with Vincent. That's Reynolds just up ahead. So Reynolds has got ahead of the Coke and Tools 997. He gets sideways out of Castro, and Pedersen's gone around in the championship. Again, the waved yellows down at turn one. No passing from the start-finish line to that blue pole sitting in the middle of the apex of the S's. Jono Lester right up underneath the...
Making a move, you normally do it down the end of the back straight here.
Like this with Craig Baird, but he's on the outside of Jono Lester at the hairpin.
And look at that, Jamie. So obviously David
record holder at Pukekohe with a 57.502 in race 2. They've taken 4 tenths off the track record set by Matt Halliday a year ago.
You've got to call it at some stage, don't you, Jamie?
Yeah, you would have thought so. As Lester goes to the outside and Gaunt, that is a big pass at the hairpin.
Just drove clean around him and he makes it stick. Jono's got track position. That's a stunning move, Jamie. Last as a finisher and pick up some valuable championship points.
Craig Baird applying the pressure now to Gaunt. Lester's got a bit of a gap. There's about 3 car lengths in it. And lying back there in wait is David Reynolds.
So 2 teammates out of the Triple X Campbell, 3 teammates even, with Gaunt, Baird and Reynolds all running out of their camp.
And they're all chasing down the international motorsport driver, Jono Lester. So we're looking at the battle for second. Daniel Gaunt in the Beef and Lamb number 47, car owned by Mike Morton. Craig Baird filling his mirrors.
And Lester already with a little lead there, so he did make that pass look pretty easy on Gaunt. As now Bairdo's up the inside, pinches a break into the hairpin but makes it stick. So Bairdo now second. Your top 3, Lester, Baird and Gaunt.
And they've dropped
GT3 for the first time, and Courtney in his first ever Porsche race weekend.
So we've got the defending series champ, Craig Baird, chasing down Jono Lester, who won 2. He's closed up a lot of ground as Jono Lester leads off from Craig Baird. Now, while Reynolds has dropped off, he might have problems. I can tell you on lap times now, no sign of him behind Jono Lester and Craig Baird as we go to the last lap. In fact, Reynolds is out. He has gone into the pits. Situation, Mr. Baird sent Jono Lester out into the boonies with a bit of a touch. You think Jono's thinking about that now?
Hey, headlights ablaze. He'll have his head down and just looking forward to seeing that checkered flag in just a couple corners' time.
Last year he was the youngest ever winner in a Porsche race anywhere in the world. It looks like he's going to take out another victory, his third ever win in 997. Lester to the line, beats the defending series champion with a great result.
Great race, you know. I think it's you know, that's our first one fair and square over Baird, and it's a great feeling, you know. And car was good all race. Daniel made a good jump off the line. It was always going to be tricky with the yellow flags out at turn 1. So once I settled down mid-race, I was able to climb all over him, and I really had to because the fast boys were coming. So made the move, you know, and held on to it. Certainly had a bit of pressure at the end, but great feeling, awesome.
Having a slide around, the cars weren't that easy. It's very, very bumpy around here, so he's done a good job. I put some pressure on, but sort of strange circumstances too with the reverse grid, but the strong point's normally my start, to pull a couple off the start, but no passing into the first corner was something different. But look, I take nothing away from him, mate. He did a great job. He sort of got up by Dan, and look, it was a good clean race. I don't think anyone touched, so good on him.
Yeah, it was a tough old race. Obviously started pole, didn't quite have the speed in the end there. I think we got the left rear a bit hot then, and not sure if it started to blister or not yet, but definitely was moving around a bit more towards the end of the race.